Welcome back to StrayaMania. It's the only wrestling podcast and now YouTube channel called StrayaMania. I'm Ricki Needs, and this is the first video on our YouTube channel. And I'd just like to say, first of all, welcome. We are now in video form, or at least I am. Michael couldn't be here for this one, but you got me, the beautiful, lovely co-host of StrayaMania. And we're kicking off video in big style because there is massive news coming out of the WWE this past week. They are now doing another brand split. Don't forget that, by the way. They're trying to sort of sweep the other one under the rug. But yes, we are getting another brand split. So Raw and SmackDown will now be separate shows, different rosters, different announced teams. Now this has been rumored for quite a while now, but it's finally actually happened after Shane McMahon came back and the whole thing with him and Stephanie and Vince McMahon trying to work out who was going to run Raw. There was rumors swirling about whether there's going to be a brand split in the future with one McMahon running Raw and one McMahon running SmackDown. And now we know it is confirmed July 19th. We will have the first ever live episode of Tuesday Night SmackDown. Yes, now it's going to be on Tuesday nights, filmed live. So you could say that this is a pretty big deal. And now apparently on June 11th, there's going to be a draft on Raw to determine which superstars are going to SmackDown and which ones are staying on Raw. But yeah, this is a massive deal for the WWE. We haven't seen the brand split since about 2010, 2011 is I think when both shows went back to having superstars cross over from both shows, Raw and SmackDown. So it's been a while. It's been a long time coming, I think, going back to this format. Obviously, we don't have the wealth of talent that we had back in, I think, 2001, 2002 when they originally did the brand split, but it's going to be interesting to see what NXT superstars come up to fill a few of these gaps in the roster. Obviously, we know that Finn Balor is on his way any day now. Please show up, Finn Balor. We're waiting on you. And other people, of course, like Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe is another one that's been rumored to come up, although he does have the NXT Championship right now, so I don't expect that anytime soon. But Bayley, Asuka, a lot of the women as well are ready to come up there, ready for main. But yeah, the whole thing, it's interesting to see what's going to happen with this. And to go in more in depth in that, myself and Michael will be doing an episode of StrayaMania during this week sometime. I'm not sure which day. It's very hard to get us together at a certain point, but it will be this week, and we'll be sitting down and discussing our in-depth thoughts on what's going to be happening with the brand split, who we think is going where. And right after this goes up, I'll be putting up an excerpt of one of our podcasts. I think it was the Payback podcast, where after we ran through the card, we did our own version of the draft, so who we would have on our own respective rosters. So I'll put that up as well. You can check that out. Let me know who you reckon had the better roster. Yeah, guys, aside from that, what do you guys reckon right now of the brand split? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Do you think it's a bit of a desperation move from WWE to get eyes on the SmackDown brand? Because obviously now, if a lot of our favorite superstars are going to SmackDown, we're going to have to be watching SmackDown and Raw to get pretty much the whole story, or at least, you know, get to see all of your favorite wrestlers wrestle every week. Now, of course, there are questions like, is there going to be brand-only pay-per-views? Are we going to have twice as many pay-per-views a month? What's going to happen to the World Heavyweight title, the Women's title, and the Tag Championships? Obviously, they're either going to have to split those up into a championship per brand or have those champions go cross-brand. But all these questions we will be delving into on the podcast sometime this week. Like I said, it'll be around 30 to 40 minutes of just us discussing what we think is going to happen. But yeah, so I thought I'd just jump on here, welcome you to the channel. Hello, how are you? And yeah, don't forget to head over to iTunes, search StrayaMania, subscribe to the podcast. Head over to Twitter, @StrayaMania, Instagram, @StrayaMania. I am on Twitter, @Ricki Needs. Michael, who is not here, is on Twitter, @TomoMedia. So check us out there. And don't forget to subscribe here for more video content. We'll be covering all things from pay-per-views here to obviously a lot more about the brand split. That's probably the biggest thing going in wrestling right now. So we'll be discussing that as more information arises. So like I said, keep it locked to this channel. I'm Ricki from StrayaMania. We'll see you soon. Mm-hmm.